So as you can see, the sun is out, and if you're from the northeast, you'll know that's a rarity. So we take the opportunity to get out anytime we can, and today seems the best. I think it's going to be 19 degrees today, so this is ideal just for going out exploring, bit of a walk. But today we're going on a walk, but we're also going somewhere where an 11-year-old child and a 20-year-old woman blew up a viaduct. So I'll show you that, well, bits of that soon. But we're just going to go and have some lunch just up here, and then I'll take you on to the site, and I'll show you a bit of history. So stay tuned. See you in a minute. We just had lunch, and it's time to just head on to the next place. So yeah, I just want to take you to somewhere where they used to have a viaduct back in the day, and as I said before, two people got the chance to blow it up, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later on. But we're just going to head over this busy road, and we'll be there in a minute. So yeah, see you in a second. Now, if you saw a previous video of mine, you'll know that I went to Wynyard Woodland Park. We saw the Observatory, which is just up here, the kids' play area. I just went into Woodland and saw bits and pieces around there. And if I'd have known at the time, when I looked at Google Maps, I could see that the old train station for Thorpe Thewles was not too far away, and we'd missed it. So seeing as it's 19 degrees, the sun's out, it's a decent enough day, I thought I'll go for a nice walk and I'll show you the actual train station. So it's just up here, so let's go and check it out, shall we? So yeah, if you remember the last video I did when I was here, the Youdale Observatory is here. We went over in that direction and went for a bit of a wander, saw the archway, which we're going to go down in a minute. And yeah, this time we're going to be going in this direction over here, which is where the train station is. So let's go. So here we are, this is Thorpe Thewles train station. Now this would have been the platform on here, and in the distance there you can see the actual station itself. But here, on this little bit, is where two tracks used to be, and this used to take coal and materials for shipbuilding and things like that from Stockton, and it took it all the way, and it connected basically to Sunderland and Tyneside. But as you can see, now it's no longer a train station, it's more a visitor centre, tea room and a gateway for the country park. But I'll put a picture of it. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to get a better view of it, and I'll show you exactly how it used to look. I think around about 1937, but this is what it looks like now. I'm guessing these benches are still the ones that were there in the 30s. Yeah, this would have been the old waiting room, I'm guessing. And then we're just heading towards the end of the platform, which is here where it sort of slopes off. And as you can see, there's the Thorpe Thewles sign there. But yeah, the train lines, both two train lines would come down here. And it was mainly just for coal, as I said, and for the shipbuilding materials. But then after a while, because the population of Thorpe Thewles grew, I think it grew to about 300, they decided to put trains on. I think they did 5 trains a day, going sort of to and from Stockton and Thorpe Thewles. So as I say, this is Thorpe Thewles station. It was actually closed to passengers on the 2nd of November 1931, and then eventually closed for goods traffic on the 2nd of April 1951. But the line continued to be used through the traffic until around about 1968, and then the viaduct itself was demolished in 1979. But yeah, they basically just converted the old station into like a cafe and sort of a visitor centre instead. So it's quite interesting seeing the difference between how it looks now and how it used to look back in sort of the sort of early 20s maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go for an ice cream because it's quite warm, and I'll see you in a minute. So I'm just heading past the observatory here, the Youdale Observatory. Hopefully you can see me. The sun's blazing at the moment, and it's nice though. It's nice. It's good to see the sun. Don't see it much in the northeast, so it's good to see it when it comes out. But I'm just heading back down here for those that didn't see the previous walk video I did, and I'll show you the archway, which now I know is part of the Thorpe Thewles Viaduct. So I'm just heading down there now. I should be there in a minute. So this little pathway you can see here was where the train tracks were. It basically came from Thorpe Thewles and just continued straight down here to where the archway is, which I'll show you in a moment. And it makes a bit more sense when you see the archway of what it was, seeing that everything is just a straight line here. So I'm just going to head down this little pathway and round, and I'll show you the little archway that used to be the viaduct. And as we go around this corner, you can see the archway for one part of the viaduct. When I came here last time, I was a bit unsure whether it was just a bridge or what it actually was, but now it makes a lot more sense. It's obviously sort of straight line from Thorpe Thewles station, which is over in that direction, and the train lines would have just gone straight over there towards Stockton and on to like Sunderland and Tyneside. But yeah, it makes a lot more sense as I turn around, and you can kind of see it. Hopefully the sun won't be in the way. I'll try and get in a position. But yeah, you can probably imagine that would have been a nice little archway. The train would have just come straight over the top of there and into the distance. I didn't really know much about the viaduct itself until the last time I came here, and I decided to do some research for myself. And I found out that the viaduct obviously sort of took the train across here between Stockton and onto Sunderland and Tyneside, and as I said before, it was to do with coal and shipbuilding. But it wasn't until I kind of looked into it a bit more and read about the actual viaduct itself and its demolition, of how it was blown up. It wasn't done, obviously the team would have put the explosives in, but the two people that blew it up were an 11-year-old girl from Stockton and a 20-year-old woman from Eaglescliffe. And what happened was the Gazette, which is a local paper, put in a little raffle for 2 tickets to push the plunger and blow it up. Now the 11-year-old girl, whose name was Helen Wilson, she got to blow up 3 archways, which must have been awesome. And then the other person was called Laura Granger, the 20-year-old from Eaglescliffe. Now she got to blow the rest of it up. Now I'll put a little picture here and show you it in stages getting blown up, and what an amazing prize that must have been. I mean, you get some crazy prizes these days, but to blow up a viaduct, that must have been amazing to watch. Anyway, I'm going to head back through these woods, and yeah, I'm just going to sort of explore a bit more, so let's go. So I've just come up from that walkway there. That's where I've just been down there, but you can see the strip, more or less a straight line, where the 2 tracks for the trains would have come all the way along here and then continued over here where that arch was that I showed you a moment ago, and that would have continued down. I think Sunderland's the opposite direction, so that might have gone to like Stockton. But as you can see here, this is the top of the archway itself. And this is where they would have blown it up. But they actually reclaimed a lot of the bricks and stones, and they've basically dotted them all around Thorpe Thewles. I think Thorpe Thewles village has actually got a sign, and part of that sign is part of the tops of the archways. But apart from the station, which as I say is just down there past the observatory, there's a great walking place around here. You can wander around. There's an orienteering course. I don't know if this QR code works, you can try it out. Not too sure if that works on your phone. But yeah, there's like a great little walk area. You can go around there and it just goes for miles and then leads you back down here, which is great. Right, I'm going to head back down this way, back towards the park and the observatory and the station. Do you think Fred Flintstone was having a picnic on there? But yeah, this place is great. It's excellent for like bikers, or even if you just want to come for a walk. Obviously it's got a park, so if you've got kids you can stop off and go into the park. There's a couple of different parks you can go into, and yeah, you just walk along here. You can cycle down there, walk down there. That goes to Stockton, which is like 5.5 miles. Thorpe Thewles, which is not too far, a nice little village, a nice pub there. Hamilton Russell, I think it's called, does nice food, so it's just down that way. If you're quiet and you just listen, you can hear so many different bird calls. Just nice to sort of have a nice quiet walk somewhere and just listen to the nature. Sometimes you might see foxes running around, rabbits, all sorts. Definitely recommend coming here. As I say, it's got parks, so you can bring the kids. There's a cafe, it's closed today unfortunately, but there's a cafe, toilets, disabled toilets I think as well, so it's accessible. And I think the walk, part of the walk's accessible as well. But yeah, today is just such a nice day. It would be wrong not to come out. Let's continue on. For those that didn't see it, the last video and didn't get a better look earlier, there's a Jack Youdale Observatory. But yeah, just imagine opening that up and just seeing all the stars and planets. Awesome. Apparently Jack Youdale's granddaughter's one of the gladiators from back in the day. I think I put that in the last video. Anyway, I'm just going to head round here, back to the station, and yeah, just chill for a little bit. So that was Thorpe Thewles train station. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I think it was awesome just to see how it used to be and how it is now. And obviously the train station, you can just imagine trains going past here with coal and all the goods for the shipbuilders. But it's been enjoyable, a nice little walk. And if you've liked it, give us a thumbs up. Comment below if you've been here before, or if you've done the walk or the orienteering course. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, because I've got some awesome stuff coming up. So yeah, as always, take care of yourself, and I'll see you later. Right, I just need to wait for a train now, should be one soon. Oh, wait a minute. There isn't any trains, is there? I'm gonna have to walk. Oh well. See you in a bit. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and check out one of my other videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.